so that we can make sure that on a Saturday morning when young people want to go to Washington, D.C., to have their voices heard, that they're able to do that and to be able to do that safely.
Okay.
Well, it isn't working.
Right. The Baltimore school system.
I don't know if you know that, but it's not working here.
Right. The Baltimore school system, here's some statistics. The enrollment is falling now to a 10-year low. We have a $130 million budget deficit for fiscal year 2018.
I don't know what that has to do with the number of young people.
Well, let me finish and then I'll tell you why. 150.
These are private school children.
I know why you don't want
these are children who are interested
in
being active and having their voices heard. These are tomorrow's voters. These are young people who are very concerned about the future of their country.
And your schools are being laid off. Insufficient heat in your classrooms. $38 million needed for HVAC and other repairs. So 115 school personnel laid off. First time we've had teacher layoffs in 10 years.
So hopefully when they get to Washington, D.C., they'll be able to express that interest as well.
But, okay, I understand that point, Mayor. I'd like you, with all due respect, Mayor, I'd like you to answer this question. Mayor,
what is the question, Laura?
My question is this.
I'm listening, Laura.
You are suffering in Baltimore, as many other metropolitan areas are as well. It's not unique to Baltimore, but nevertheless, you're suffering from declining enrollment. You're suffering from a huge budget deficit, while your office is adding 20
not suffering from a
20
huge
staffers.
Budget deficit.
$130 million budget deficit for education in this fiscal year.
Yeah, well, that's not our entire city budget. So I thought you were talking about
your
the
schools.
City.
We're talking about you're funding buses in part to go down to Washington, and yet you have a budget deficit and you're laying off students.
Straight, love. I don't know whether you're trying to become the communications director for the Trump administration.
I don't know why you're getting personal, Mayor. I don't know why you're getting personal.
We're not funding. We are providing assistance to young people to make sure that they get to Washington, D.C. safely.
But why is that your job?
I love how these leaders in lunatic liberal cities refuse to take accountability. When they have gun violence, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, Chicago, the list goes on and on and on and on and on, all run by Democrats, all extremely dangerous. Why aren't they realizing that gun control does not work? Chicago has some of the toughest gun laws in the country, yet it's one of the most violent cities in the country. In Philadelphia, we just recently had a mass shooting. By the way, the shooter was a BLM supporter who often dressed as a woman. But no, doesn't fit the narrative, so we don't talk about that. And the gun he got was illegally obtained, and he had a prior gun conviction. So gun control would have done nothing to stop this crime. Nothing whatsoever. Yet these leaders continue to say we need more gun control. No, what you need is more education to give people other opportunities other than being thugs on the street. We need to improve our public school systems because in Baltimore specifically, there's absolutely no proficiency nearly in reading and math. So these people have no opportunities from the get-go. We have a police presence through defund the police that has been completely diminished. We have George Soros prosecutors who are not tough on crime. These things are fueling gun violence, not gun laws. It's absolutely a way to blame conservatives when the problems are those that liberals themselves have created.